Yo, 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 what is going on, IK Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, aka Get 'em Shotty. Alright, gonna be looking at Ghenghis Khan today, and it's gonna be, hopefully, a pretty good most used ToK skill show, or episode in this case. We were able to, thankfully, get our 45 pulls here for GK, and we're going to be showing you guys the top 4 most used ToK skills for him. Keep in mind, as always, we do minimum pulls here on data collection for 160k troop power. Has to be your main march, and you have to be running at least 3 elements plus the elemental water dragon as well in order for us to pull data at a minimum. As always, it's nice that it's only a few people that are doing flex comps that we get data from. The majority are running all 4 elements of the same type plus the same elemental water dragon. Before we get started, make sure you guys sub to the channel, hit that notification bell when we have updates for coming out with new videos. And, of course, just talk. Just enjoy life. What are we saying? Let's start. Okay, number 4 is cleave. This is being used 10 times. Gosh, I always gotta hate it when I don't hit my nice dashes. Alright, number 3 most used ToK skill is going to be Fighting Master. Used 14 times, right? So, nice in this regard because we're getting to about that third here so far. Now we get in to the number 2 most used skill, which is tied for Fighting Master at Adrenaline Rush, which now puts cleave at a nice solid number 3. And then the number 1 most used skill, which is a nice plus minus away from Adrenaline Rush at Anger, being used 22 times. Okay, let's head over and take a look at our boy GK. His skill, titled Arrow Storm, inflicts physical damage at a rate of 132 up to 440% to all enemies and causes wound. Enemies cannot be healed for 10 seconds. Right now, this is going to affect if you're running Water Dragon for the heal, you're running Montezuma, you're running Theodora, Holy Dragon as well now, right? This is going to affect anyone that essentially will do a heal in-game, whether it is an immortal, whether it's a dragon. And I wonder if this will even extend to any healing skills as well. So I wonder if this will extend to HP regen skills or like the lifesteal skills that grant you HP when you do an attack. Right, it does say cannot be healed. Now, again, we can use that. I'll have to ask and find out, and if we get an answer on that or if someone knows, right, leave me a comment down below and we'll pin it to the top, and then maybe edit the description so we can get kind of a recent update on if that does. And some of these questions I need to probably write down and then ask, so we can get an answer and then just kind of post like, hey, here's our miscellaneous tips or miscellaneous questions that people have wanted answered to. So, but anyways, outside of that, being physical based for the damage, now let's look at the stats. Strength is 224.1, intelligence 177. You can see physical attack, wow, is more than double. Magic attack, physical defense, a little bit lower than magic defense, but out of those 2, magic defense has the next highest stat outside of physical attack. Let's take a look now at those most used ToK skills. So we're going to start with number 3, which in this case, Fighting Master. We'll go reverse order for alphabetical. And Fighting Master is I think it's this one. Gives you immunity to control and reduces the damage you receive by 4.5 up to 15% in battle. So it gives you immunity to control. When I think about this, right, I'd have to go through and see how many immortals specifically have CC effects. I know there's some that it's AoEs for everyone. Some is limited. So I wonder if this is something where you put this type of a skill on someone who has a less likely chance of getting CC'd based on the amount of immortals that have CC skills, and then where do those skills hit, right? So if you find out that there's a few AoE wide skills, or if you find out that there's a few CC skills that only do front row, right, meaning that your back row is going to have the higher chance there of taking less potential CC, then you might put him there. In this case, right, with Ghenghis being back row, right, maybe that is the better play. Maybe we'll do a future video on that. Okay, number 2, Adrenaline Rush. This is the fist in the ground, breaking and shattering the earth. every normal attack has a 50% chance of gaining 45 extra energy, right? So this is something I like with Adrenaline Rush, right? I like Adrenaline Rush more so on people that have like high attack speed, because I just think this skill works really well with that, especially if you have someone that just has a fantastic skill that, you know, if you were able to get it off multiple times throughout a fight, right, it would give you a high percentage chance. Right, an example of this, I think, on a skill like this could work really well with someone like Hippolyta and her skill, right, which, again, if you look at this, it says fires heavily, fire 5 times, each time inflicting physical damage on a random enemy trooper and reducing its energy by 100, and attack speed by 10% is stackable up to 6 times, right? So you being able to use this on someone like Hippolyta, put some attack speed on her, right? This could work out well. Someone like Alexander is another example of someone who Adrenaline Rush could work. I don't even know if they have Alexander here in recommended. No, they have a lot of people here. Wow. But anyways, I think someone like Alex could work out well because, again, with his reduced damage taken, he has increased attack speed and his passive increased attack damage, right? He could work really well for someone that's tanky. Too bad they don't have like a taunt skill. That'd be pretty cool if they did. Next one we're going to do is Anger. And that's the number one most used ToK skill, increases your physical damage by 9% up to 30%. Pretty standard as a universal skill, but I think it does play well into Genghis's skill set, given that he is more physical than he is magical at the moment. Okay, that rounds it out for what we got here for Ghenghis Khan. Last one left is going to be El Cido. Hopefully that'll be coming out on Monday the 4th, whenever I am able to finish pulling data for him. But that is the hope, and then we're finally going to be rounding out and finishing Lightning. So I'm pretty excited because I think Fire will be the next and the last one for a little while before we wait to then eventually do Shadow and then probably Holy after that. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think in those comments down below. Do you like these top 3 most used skills, being Anger, Adrenaline Rush, and Fighting Master? Do you find other skills that you prefer on Genghis over the top 3 most used that we've seen so far? Let me know anything and everything you guys are thinking in those comments down below. That is it for me. I am out. Until next time, as usual, we'll catch you later.